What does it really mean when an international financial institution steps in during a prolonged regional conflict? Why are global lenders still willing to commit billions to Ukraine while the situation remains unpredictable? And most importantly, what stands behind this latest decision, and how could it influence Ukraine's economic future? These are the questions many observers are now asking after the International Monetary Fund announced a new multi-year agreement worth $8.2 billion for Ukraine. The news has quickly become a major talking point. Some see it as a show of confidence in Kyiv, others as an attempt to stabilize a fragile situation, and many simply wonder what comes next. This decision is not just about financial aid. It touches on long-term economic planning, national stability, the reactions of Ukraine's partners, and how global institutions adjust their strategies during ongoing geopolitical tension. Today, we will look at what the agreement includes, why it matters, how different sides respond, and what experts believe may happen in the near future. The picture is complex, and understanding it requires looking not only at the numbers, but also at the strategic motivations behind them. The International Monetary Fund has confirmed that it reached a staff-level agreement with Ukraine on a new 4-year financial program valued at $8.2 billion. The announcement follows several weeks of consultations aimed at evaluating Ukraine's economic resilience, fiscal needs, and macroeconomic forecasts. IMF representatives emphasized several main goals: strengthening public finances, with particular attention to budget stability; maintaining essential government services during ongoing challenges; supporting long-term recovery, including reforms that aim to make the economy more resilient; preserving macroeconomic stability, especially in the financial and banking sectors. According to the IMF, the program is part of a broader package coordinated with international partners who remain involved in Ukraine's recovery framework. The agreement is considered significant because it comes at a moment when Ukraine continues to rely heavily on external support, both financial and humanitarian. International observers note that maintaining economic stability is crucial to avoid more severe financial shocks. While the situation remains complex, IMF experts concluded that Ukraine's financial system has shown more resilience than some expected earlier in the year. Nevertheless, risks remain high, and long-term planning is essential. Ukrainian officials welcomed the agreement, calling it a key element of the country's economic survival strategy. According to the Ministry of Finance, the program provides predictability for budgeting, support for critical infrastructure, and assurance that partners remain engaged. Several Ukrainian economists stated that the longevity of the program, 4 years, is especially important because it allows for strategic planning rather than emergency-only measures. European officials described the IMF decision as a needed financial pillar, especially during a period of uncertainty. Some analysts in the U.S. highlighted that the agreement reflects ongoing Western commitment to Ukraine's long-term stability. However, others noted that large multi-year financial packages often come with expectations of reforms, increased transparency, and closer monitoring. While the IMF has not published the full list of reforms yet, the program is expected to include fiscal discipline, improvements in the banking sector, anti-corruption measures, public administration reforms, and gradual modernization of state institutions. Officials stress that these are standard requirements for most IMF programs. Experts say the new IMF plan could help stabilize the currency, ease pressure on external debt, support investor confidence, open the door for additional financing from other partners, and strengthen Ukraine's negotiating position in future economic discussions. However, some economists warn that long-term success will depend on internal reforms and on how the broader geopolitical situation evolves. The agreement still requires approval by the IMF Executive Board. If approved, the first tranche could arrive within weeks. Financial analysts expect several follow-up reviews during the year where the IMF will evaluate Ukraine's progress and adjust the program if needed.